welcome to another episode of 100 Proof Geek, a weekly show where two guys and two geeks discuss three random topics. Across from me, we have Victor Miranda.
How you doing, guys? I still know my rights. You can follow me at Instagram and Twitter at Rican183. That's RICAN 183.
But this week, do not follow him on PSN because he's not playing with y'all.
Oh, yeah. I'm still there.
Don't follow him. To his left, we have Jose Jimenez.
Stay in your lane. You can follow me at mosthated_hove. That's MOSTHATED_HOV on PSN, Twitter, and Instagram.
Look at this guy. He learned how to spell his
I struggle sometimes, but I got it.
You did. So, do you still have no love for Destiny this week? Is like Destiny still on the shit list?
If you notice.
I know that. No more
Guardians. No more Guardions.
All the Guardians is...
Oh, I hope they all die.
That's all.
All of them.
Because I got like 3 of them.
All of them. Because they can't talk to us. So, it's okay. Just
gotcha. To his left, we have David Pantoja.
Hey everyone, how you doing? You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's Pixel_Dave on Instagram and PixelDave1 on the Twitters.
On the Twitters.
The Twitters.
If you haven't noticed, we're still having some difficulties understanding who we are on the internet spaces. And then to his left, we actually have a special guest this week. The first of maybe, hopefully many. We'll see. Johnathan Morales.
Oh my God, yes! You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and PSN as PlutoCharm3.
And then I don't know how to follow up to that. I am Jason86, JAYSON86 on Instagram and Twitter. Let's get started with what would life be without internet? Take a minute. I know you're already chuckling. Take a minute. Now this applies to mobile devices as well as home. So really, I'm asking. Let's take the magic away from the world. No more Wi-Fi's.
The magic away from the world.
All right. There's no more Wi-Fi's. There's no more magic in this world. What's life like?
Oh, miserable.
The 80s.
Oh, I didn't
miserable.
Hold on.
What did I say was hope?
No more mobile porn. I think there'll be a lot of...
Oh my God.
A lot of prostitutes on the hiring block.
So wait. So you pick up prostitutes on your phone?
No.
There's an app for that.
No.
Google it. There's an app for that.
Google it.
But no, I should say like married men usually turn to like mobile, not porn on their cell phones and tablets or whatever.
I can't wait to be married.
I'm pretty sure you do that now. But
Don't put me on this.
so if they can't have that,
It's called a magazine.
What if their wife is boring?
It existed before.
Magazine?
It existed before the internet.
See, but if there was no internet and we had to revert to only magazines, would it be like a flip book? It was a pop-up book? Does it play sounds like, the Hallmark cards? You open it up and it's like a little jingle?
You go to Hallmark and it's just like, you're looking through the card and let's go!
That'd be quite interesting.
I don't know. I just thought about it. I don't want that popping up.
It might get too animated. It might get too animated.
There are just plenty of scenes in a porno. I don't know if I want something popping up at me.
Oh, that's true.
Just saying.
No, I do. I want something.
Listen, different strokes for different folks. So Vic and Ho, I guess you're just on, no internet, no porn, right?
Nah, I'm just joking about that. But
Yeah, okay.
I was joking, but not really joking. That would definitely be a problem.
But, serious joke.
You know what I think? I think the big problem is like it's Pandora's box. Once you've had it, how can you go back and live without having it? Because they didn't have it in the 80s, didn't have it in the early 90s, and it didn't really matter.
There was a lot more drugs in the 80s and the early 90s. Just saying.
No, there's definitely a lot more
There's still a lot.
drugs.
Yeah,
it's like
Way more drugs now. They were just new back then. They're just more established now.
probably. But look, it's like what Dave is saying. It's like, would you go back to dial-up or having what you have now?
I never had dial-up, so I don't know what it is.
we had dial-up in the very beginning. AOL.
Yeah.
You remember that?
No, it used to take 5 hours.
was terrible.
You know what the crazy thing is that some of the younger folks, if they do ever listen to this show, they will never know the sound of dial-up.
We should do that. But
You ever
we should do that with us.
Insert it right now.
You ever pick up the phone when somebody was using the internet?
Oh,
God.
that was the worst. You ever watch Promo Pop? Somebody pick up the phone?
Yeah, I have. Oh my God, it's so annoying. It just freezes and everything freezes up. That's how you knew Mom was home.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta be over.
Get off the computer, Mom's home.
I think my biggest concern is we couldn't bring you all this fine podcast without the internet.
That was touching.
True.
I tried.
I cried inside a little
Trying to
bit.
make it about the listeners.
My inner bitch weeped for you just now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm tearing up, actually. My eyes are welling. Nah, man, I don't know. Like, my life revolved. Like, I truly have no cable. We have no home phone. Like, none of that stuff.
GPS, Google Maps.
It couldn't work.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how to
how
read
would I know where to go?
I got a map.
Go back to playing. Go back to playing the Battleship Sunk.
I have a
Battleship.
wait. I have
that game.
I like that. Wait, I have a map. My pops gave me one. It's somewhere in there. It's like, is that something you bring out and you pass down to your son? But Dad, what is this? It's a map. I have a cell phone. Someday you may need this, my
A
son.
map of what? It's not even the same countries.
There's something else to think about. No internet, no smartphone.
No, I mean, you can have smartphones without internet.
How smart would they be?
I mean,
That's what I was about to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right now, any phone that doesn't have data
I'm pretty
is
sure
a
the
basic
first,
phone.
the first PDAs and such were just keeping memos and whatnot. So that's smart. Because then you never had anything to do that while you were on the go. Except for pen and paper. My question is, with all this fancy technologies, who actually still has a handwritten phone book? I do.
Yeah.
Why?
Because someday there will be no Wi-Fi.
So you need Wi-Fi to access the
I don't
contacts?
know, maybe the phone's controlled once the Wi-Fi goes out. Who knows? I'm just saying.
Well, you're scared somebody might throw an EMP or something, and all the electronics you go down, you can't use nothing.
But then you can't even call
Electromagnetic
anybody.
pulse.
So
Yeah.
wait, what if we took it further and you didn't have cell phones?
No, well, I mean,
We'd be.
I'd be a lot more peaceful.
Right?
We'd be fucked. No cell
It'd be
phones?
more peaceful.
There'd be a lot more kids running around. I'll tell you that much.
That is true.
I'm telling you, without
I know, I
internet,
think
we'd
there's
be
a fair amount of
Well,
kids
I
out
mean,
right now.
exactly. If
There's a fair amount of
you
kids
just take a walk around the Bronx,
Oh.
you would think that a lot of people don't have cell phones.
The Bronx,
Just-
New York, by the way.
or
Kids in the
TVs.
Bronx,
They don't
everywhere.
have cell phones.
No, I
I feel
gotta
like
tell-
1 in every 25 people have a cell phone.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
you
one
live
of
in
those
the attach that to
people.
in the
kids.
Bronx, they all have cell phones. That's why there's so many kids. They be like, yo, where you at?
No, I gotta tell you.
I ain't got a job. That's what they don't got. in the
Oh,
Bronx.
yeah.
What we doing?
Yo, I gotta tell you, no cell phone, no internet. I'm getting outside a lot more.
No cell phone, no internet, make David go crazy?
What is this sun thing you talk about?
Yeah, right?
There'll be a lot more skinnier people in this world,
Power?
too.
Well, would there be? Because
Oh,
we're
nah.
talking about cell phones. Are we going with like no internet, no video games?
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I mean,
there won't be no multiplayer. You can't play.
But there's still
there's
basic.
still
you
remember
can
the good old
play,
days when you
Legend
used
of
to have to
Zelda,
go to your boy's
Mario,
house to play?
stuff like that.
you see, that goes back to our episode about like unsocial networking. It's like, you think about it, right? Back in the day when there was no internet, there was no like easy way to connect with your friends. It was called couch co-op because everybody had to come over to the house, sit on the couch, and play. And it depends on whose moms you had to sit on the floor and play because that couch.
Off limits.
Or you to.
Or it had plastic. And you
Yeah,
had one
plastic,
on
and you don't
and
sit
it's
on
Especially in the
House.
summer, it's like oh, it's the worst. It was the worst. But yeah, man, just I think we're blessed and spoiled by the interwebs.
Yeah,
And just being able to, like, everything's at the access of your finger. Like, how many times have we settled arguments simply like, look it up, done.
Yeah.
I've already Googled it by the time you said look it up.
Wait.
Googled
So
it.
I want to know what Johnathan thinks since he's our guest today.
Sure. I don't care.
Damn.
Well, I think it would depend on the person, as usual. It always depends on who's doing what. Either some people be smart, others do drugs, others will just fuck around,
All right, no internet, no cell phone. What are you doing?
masturbating like a motherfucker.
He's got a strong memory.
Yeah, this,
That's like,
Because
you
I
gotta
was a
search
part of
pretty
the
deep
time.
in the memory bank to find motivation. Yes, hold on.
He said he's putting it right in the spank bank. He's holding on to it.
I dig it. I mean, if I had no internet, no cell phones, I honest to God, I don't know. You know what? I used to believe myself to be a tinkerer back in my younger ages. I used to just find
Younger
all kinds of
ages.
stuff. And just
He's
like,
28.
I always would like to take it. Well, when I was a kid, like, I got a tool set at a very young age, and so like I always like I'm opening up everything. Like I'm taking everything apart, even if it was my own tool. Like, that was the last line. Like if I couldn't find anything in the garbage to take apart, I took my own tools.
Is this your way of saying you would find a way to make the internet again?
Subsequently, yes. Rick, what you got, man?
Man, I don't know. I don't even know how to think about that. Like, I'm too spoiled. I don't know how to go back.
You wouldn't have a job, that's for sure. Because Kia Sarah still makes printers and such. Just saying.
I definitely won't have a job.
The whole job aspect would be a problem.
Yeah.
I got babies to feed, bro.
How do you got this?
All right, but what are you doing? But that
just
aside,
one.
what are you doing with
Just
with
one.
Just what?
Just one.
So this is a funny story. Hove and I used to work together, and he always like, "Oh, I got babies to feed." And so every day before the day would like start, like, "How many babies you got today?" Like 15 of them. So he would tell like customers like it was never that like like crazy, but it got very close.
But
times.
some people would actually.
And the person was like, "Oh my god, are you serious?" And he was like, "Yo," and I'm like, "Yo," I was just doing one of like the lean overs, and he's like, "For real though, he's got like a lot of kids."
Well, you know what?
And then back over, and then, the next guy knows racking up accessories and stuff.
That's what
Whatever
happens.
works.
That's what happens when you don't have.
Scumbag.
That's what happens when you don't have internet and cell phone. Look at the undeveloped countries, right? They're trying to actually, and this is about cable television and stuff, but it's also internet because they don't have it. They're trying to get in like India and Brazil and these places because they're dealing with overpopulation. Because what do you do when you don't have anything to do?
Yeah, fuck.
You're just screwing around and you're having kids. But they found that once they got cable television in these places, the population started going, like the births for every year started going down.
So once they got SpongeBob,
there you go.
No,
you know what it is when the wives are looking at the telenovelas, they're stuck on that, and they don't have time for it.
In India, they're watching Spanish.
Listen,
people who don't even speak Spanish watch Spanish telenovelas.
Just for the women. Just for the
Hold
women.
on. Hold on. People who don't even speak Spanish watch Spanish novellas. You don't need to know what they say. You just need to watch "Por qué Maria," and we're like, "Oh, this is good. Watch this part."
you messed it up. Maria.
No, there you go.
Por qué?
But yeah, soap operas. You're not coming home for a nooner if the wife is watching a soap opera.
It's very accurate.
There you go.
Very accurate. No afternoon delay.
Just think about our parents and grandparents. How many siblings do they have?
A few.
And if you're busy watching porn and she's watching the soap operas, there's less time for y'all to be screwing.
You know, they also said that just overall higher education reduces that. So why can't we just give them more education?
No, that's a difficult way to do it. Let's do it the easy way. Let's give them porn and
Say, how do you stop the war in Iraq? Bloop! Drop them internet. We're gonna hook up your caves with some fibers. Well, it's about time for our mid-show toast. So this week, we're going to give a nice little shout-out to Carolina Cordoba, also known as my fiancee. She really hooked us up this week with some great topics. So if you're in the tweeters, the Instagrams, messenger boards, the Facebook, wherever we are located, just go ahead and give her a little shout-out. We also want to give Johnathan Morales for joining us today. And he came all the way out from the Bronx through this cold, crazy, snowy weather to be part of the show. Here. So, we wanted to thank you for being a listener, being a fan. And we hope to maybe have other listeners and fans who aren't creepy and crazy on the show as well. So, toast. A cheers and pros, a toast. So the next topic is another strong topic, I guess, in line with this whole no internet having situation. What do? Do you binge watch, or do you watch as episodes air? How do you do? Do you wait for all the episodes to air and then watch? Are you like a Netflix fan or whatever your other mediums are of acquiring your shows kind of thing? How do you do this? Personally, I need to binge. I mean, I don't watch much TV like in general, so when I actually have time to sit down and not like playing games or doing work or chasing after all kinds of crazy stuff, I'm gonna binge watch a show. I caught up on season 1 and 2 of Arrow in like a matter of maybe a week tops. What we got?
I binge watch. I'm a chef, and I barely have time to sit down and do anything. So I download all my stuff directly into my phone. On my train rides, I'm catching.
Legally, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only way to do it.
Okay.
But I catch up with shows like Gotham, Scandal, Once Upon a Time, because I don't have the time. I don't have the luxury of sitting at home watching TV and cable, or I don't have the luxury as a chef. I'm always in the kitchen about 10, 15, 20 hours a day, 2 hours of sleep. So when I do get that time, I'm catching up on shows. So when I do finally get to hang out with my friends, I'm like, guess this is what I saw, and then we all go, yes, bitch, yeah.
You know what's frustrating though is that he's a chef and he's a skinny guy.
Oh no,
I'm a fat bastard. I don't know how to cook nothing.
You should have saw me last year. No, you should have saw me last year. I was.
Okay. Dave, what you got?
Oh, you know me, binge. You know what it is? It's not just binge. It's that
Just
I've tried.
it all.
No, I've tried watching shows that I like American Horror Story or Game of Thrones, on a per week basis. But then they do this. Now they're doing this like mid-season hiatus thing where they go away for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and then they come back. I'm losing track of what's going on.
Yeah, Arrow and Flash, two of my favorite shows out right now. Most because they're comic related, but just they're actually really solid. They took everything that was successful about Smallville and then they just fixed all the messed up stuff so far.
Is this like your love song to Arrow and Flash.
No,
That's an interesting three-way.
I just like the show. I just want to like the shows.
No, well,
But so I mean, but like in line with what you're saying, though, is, it's a very similar problem I have. I have the issues where like I don't always know what's going on, and it sucks because in a world surrounded by Wi-Fi and internet, you think you would have more knowledge of everything that you like and that's going on. And to be quite honest, if I just it's middle of the week, my show should be on at middle of the week, I hope, right? Or it's the weekend, I'm sure an episode aired at this point. So that's when I just go to check. I'm like, I guess the show's over. Like South Park, I don't know if the season's over or like it was like the season came back and it was a good season and it just ended. Like I don't know what I'm missing,
right?
And so there's definitely a concern like I have with all these mid-show kind of endings and stuff like that, So I don't know, Vic, what you got?
Well, I'm a combination of both.
Okay.
Because I bench watched to Walking Dead, then I caught up.
Okay.
So now I watch it every Sunday. Now it's coming back finally. So
how do you still watch it?
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
I don't know. It
It's
dragged
so
out.
convoluted.
It
It's
is,
like,
but let's see. Now, like I caught up with Game of Thrones, and so far that's my favorite show right now.
Oh yeah,
And
We have a convert.
I'm fiending. I'm like a crackhead. Like, oh my god, I need to have it. And hopefully, thank God, it's coming back April 12th.
right. I feel like every year I never know when to expect Game of Thrones. It's like I feel like year to year, it's like, oh, we're coming back in April. Oh, psych, we're in March. We're here. It's like, damn. It's like I was anticipating April, so like you just start like.
So are they in April this year or?
Nah, it's April. So far, it's April this year. But it's just one of those things. Like you go to find on the show, and then like, oh, nah, we just messed with you. We're here. We're totally here. We've been here all this time. It's like, damn. Why'd you have to fuck me like that for? Oh.
I'm stuck in between also. Like, I'll find something or come across something one day on TV when I'm just bullshitting and it'll catch my attention. Be like, you know what? I want to know what happened before this or after this. And like, I'll maybe get hooked on it for a little while, and then it's just like, there's so many other things that I have to do on TV related, and I don't have the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just wait for the season to finish and then watch everything all together.
Yeah.
What are you binge watching?
Right now, I just finished Once Upon a Time.
Fantastic.
It got me.
Cheers to that.
Right by the old balls and chains.
Oh, the balls and chains. Oh, my wife got me on it, but it got me. It got me.
But isn't it?
It's like what 4 seasons, like 20-something episodes each
And
season.
and
I watched all of them in like 3 days.
But isn't it the worst when you catch up to something that's currently playing?
Oh, and then you gotta wait for it.
They did one of those mid-season. They stopped the last episode of Frozen in December, and now they're starting the Evil Queens on March 1st. And I was just like, but
Are they still
why?
frozen?
Oh, no, they got. Oh, they might as well be if you go outside of New York. But yeah, it's just depressing, dude.
Yeah.
Like TV depresses me.
So
And then like they do nonsense where like
depresses me.
a show's supposed to come on like every Tuesday.
Right.
And then like, for example, Sons of Anarchy, one of my favorite shows.
Over.
They skipped an episode in the last season because it was Thanksgiving. The show airs on Tuesday.
Oh.
Thanksgiving was on Thursday. Why are you skipping a week of
Because
episode?
we don't want nobody killing people.
Yeah, I hate when they do
Nonsense.
that.
Like, or like, oh, the news is on. Who cares?
Well, news is very important.
Oh, the news comes on every day. Don't come on show because the news is on
No, it
today.
comes on like 4
Good
times
point.
a day, actually.
I think the news on CNN is more important.
So here's my question though. All right, so again, in line with this whole mindset is we're binge watchers. I think overall, as a whole, as a team, as a show, we binge watch, right? Once you binge watch it and it's over, this happens to me all the time. Do you feel like there's a void, like a hole, a gap, something missing in your life? When you go to watch, like tomorrow comes, and like I'm gonna watch nothing because I done binge watched it all. And 2, does it hurt more to wait for a show to come back? So you're like, okay, so House of Cards is coming March 27th. House of Cards will be out, and all the episodes are released right there day one. So does it hurt more when you watch every episode, and now you have to wait? I guess more than because every show will take maybe a month, 2 months. So instead of waiting 10 months for the show to come back around, now you're waiting a full year, maybe a little bit longer for the show to come back around. So what hurts more in that instance?
Well, I'd have to say the binge watching thing. I agree. It does you kind of feel a little empty for a minute because if you're watching it at your leisure, right? And I'm not just saying if you sit down in a day and watch every episode. But let's say you watch it over 2 weeks, but you're watching it at your leisure, so you can watch it whenever you want to, whenever you have the time. When you're done with it, yeah, you're like, well, damn, what am I doing? What am I watching now?
Like your life doesn't even have a purpose anymore.
No, because you always have that free time that you have planned out to watch that show. So like I'm gonna lay in bed before I go to bed. I'm gonna watch this show, and boom. And then when you don't have that, you're like, oh shit. But on the other hand, I hate the whole having to wait and then forgetting to watch it, and then you miss that episode so that you don't know what happened, because TV is merciless, you know. Up until recently, where they started doing Hulu, where you can go back and see old things, or
DVR,
or DVR. But even then, I mean,
ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly, right? Up until that came out, if you missed something, that's it. So if you weren't there on Tuesday at 8:00 to watch your show, you missed that episode, and you might catch it on a rerun 3 weeks later. But the show already moved on.
But in a world with internet, is that really still a problem?
Thank God for YouTube
and other media.
Not so much, but here's the thing: well, in a world with internet, we're so lazy. I don't even want to take the time to go search it on the internet to find that extra episode. I'm just like, screw it.
Dude, I can lay down and relax and just
I'm just
voice search
because once I miss
because
once I miss one episode, I'm just like, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna wait until the end of unless it's like right in the beginning. I'm just gonna wait until the show is over. If I'm like halfway through and I miss like 2 episodes, or I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna wait until the show is done in 3 more episodes and just watch all of it when I want to.
I mean, I don't know.
See, I mean, I kind of prefer to binge watch previous TV series that I missed out on, so that I can watch the whole series and feel some sense of accomplishment.
But you don't feel like a sucker that you catching up on...
Oh, no, I'm fine with that. Because everybody else who watched it as it was on was miserable between weeks.
Oh, no, but you know what?
I'm happy for 2-3 days.
All right, but wait. So you don't feel like a sucker like you, especially you go to work and you work in a place where everybody kind of can gather around this downtime and you can talk about what's big, what's on TV, what's happening.
Just kick them in the throat.
And then you know what I mean? Like, oh, Walter White did what? I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry. Yeah, excuse me.
Oh, no, Breaking Bad, that was different. I watched Breaking Bad.
You had to watch Breaking Bad.
I had to watch Breaking Bad.
See, I did the opposite. I watched it.
I haven't watched Breaking Bad yet. I just started watching Dexter.
You're not... Stop watching Dexter. Start watching
Yeah, stop watching Dexter.
Dexter is... Okay, before we start getting like hate mail and mass unlikes and unsubscribes, Dexter isn't a terrible show.
No, it's not, but...
The way it ends is just like, wow. It's very much like The Sopranos. I'm just telling you out there. Spoiler alert.
Oh, Sopranos ruined my life.
Oh, man.
Damn, that's serious,
ruined my... Yo, I
woke up in the morning, got yourself... Yeah, no.
Yeah, I sung it every episode. I binge watched that show.
Can I tell you?
I sung the theme song every episode.
Can I tell you that I had gotten jury duty when I was like really into Sopranos? And true story, I told the judges like, yo, I'm a Sopranos fan, and I believe that word was real.
And you got out of it?
And he was like, yes. Go home. There's no room for you here. That's how I live.
Poor child, you're too dumb. Get out of here.
So, Vic, what you got, man?
Well, do
you feel empty after the show's over and you've seen them all?
because everyone's like, what does it do now?
Right. What do you watch?
Well, I should start watching.
I know you watch, what is it, Mad Mike and all these other ESPN shows and whatnot. I mean, what do you...
That's like the number one channel playing on my TV.
I'm
That's
sure.
what I watch live. But otherwise, like live on TV right now, the only thing that I'm waiting for is Walking Dead, and I have to say Game of Thrones. That's the only thing that I watch live, like when they playing it.
Right.
Everything else, I'll just stream it, download it, whatever.
Okay.
And just watch it on my own time.
And so it's just kind of like, all right, on to the next, or...
Sometimes.
Do you feel... Are you... Like, you saddened by it?
With Sons of Anarchy.
Good
when
riddance.
that finished.
Oh, no, you watch them up.
That was a terrible ending.
Dude. Oh, no.
I believe I can fly.
I felt like it was R. Kelly video.
DiCaprio.
Right?
I don't know. Sons of Anarchy really
Don't
hurt.
ruin it.
Sons of Anarchy really hurt, though.
It was terrible.
Wait, so what?
No, the show was not terrible. The last episode, the ending of the last episode was horrible.
After like season 3, the show just started going off the chain. I was like, really?
Yeah,
Wait,
they was like, you know what? We're gonna go balls to the wall.
They was balls to the walls, alright.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Jay, what are you binge watching?
Binge watching currently nothing. Just because I really don't have the time. I'm always trying to either make room for video games. I have this notion in my brain that I will go back and play all my old games and try to get everything to at least 80% complete.
How's that working out for you?
I've played 123 games on my PS4, of which I would say at least 85 to 90% is under
on the PS4.
PSN systems.
Okay.
I apologize for the discrepancy, sir.
I wish there was 124 games that I could possibly play on PS4.
You lucky Dave is not saying that's why PC gaming is better.
Nah, see, the trophies is what drives me.
This guy right here.
The trophies are driving to go back to play
Sony
the game.
did a good job with the achievements thing.
Yeah, I mean, they fixed it. They fixed it up. They really made it. I guess it was very similar with Xbox and how they have their achievements. The thing with trophies though is like there's levels, and then there are different types of trophies you can get. Where Xbox is just like, oh, it's a 50-point trophy or it's a 20-point trophy. And how many points? You got 20,000 points. Well, I don't want 20,000 points. So those points don't mean anything. But when I go on my PSN and I look, I'm level 14. 85% complete to level 15. How many people do I have on my friends list that are even close? 0. Maybe 2.
I'm close to level 5.
We're gonna get him a soapbox so he can preach.
Oh, I'm trying.
I've noticed Nintendo has actually been doing that. I'm playing Hyrule Warriors, and you get to unlock these little achievements and all, and then they post it to the Miiverse.
Okay.
So Nintendo's trying to catch up with what Sony's doing.
And they're way behind.
Just since we're here, I mean, is that compatible with the Amiibos?
Yes, it is. It is. When I started up, it says press this to put the amiibo to update the link.
And so, is it any amiibo? But it has to be those two.
Yeah, it would have to be those that are just for the.
So I would love to play
series.
Hyrule Warriors with like Mario and just throw fireballs at dudes.
I think they might eventually do that with more DLC, but the game is so much fun, just fucking shit up.
Okay.
Wait, did we ask you what, Jonathan, what you're watching?
No, we did not.
Okay. What are you watching?
I currently just finished binge watching Rain, The Borgias.
The Borgias. I love the Borgias.
I definitely binge watched the Borgias.
Rain. What's that?
Yeah,
Rain, it's
that.
something.
Rain, right.
Rain is something similar to the Borgias, dealing with a lot of stuff. With,
Rain.
Yeah,
Not like
R-E-I-G-N.
outside.
Not like outside, no.
Oh, I was thinking outside.
I got this shit on lock for Mad Long Rain. Gotcha.
I'm also currently watching Once Upon a Time, the mid-season, and definitely trying to keep up with Archer.
I don't like the show. Like, I don't know something about it. I just can't get with it. Archer's like an animated show on FX, right?
Yes.
Just can't do it.
I love the humor. It's hilarious. It's crude.
Maybe I need to revisit that. You know, that's the one blight of not having TV at home, is that you can't flip the channels while you're bored, and then eventually fall on something.
I tried watching Archer. I couldn't get with it either.
You know, my other thing though is like I miss so much Robot Chicken, and it's I have a profound loving for that show, especially when they do like the Star Wars episodes, and it's just like, damn man, like Robot Chicken used to come on 12 o'clock every night, or like 1 a.m. every night. And I'm gonna make sure I stayed up because it's a 15-minute show. 15 minutes, I can stay up to 1:15 and be good the next morning. You know what I mean? So now it's just like, damn, I don't know, like I can find it, but it's a pain in the ass to find it. Then you also got shows like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You know, there's just a bunch of shows that kind of like just come on, and like I knew they would come on. I was always ready for them to come on, but it's still just like,
Yeah, you don't really binge watch.
Right, like I'm not searching for it. Well, I do now.
Well,
I've done it. Very good.
I've tried, but
anyway, let us know what you think about binge watching. What are you binge watching? Shoot us some comments at 100 Proof Geek on Instagram and Twitter. You can also send us some emails. Emails at the Gmails, 100proofgeek@gmail.com. So I think we're going to move on to, I guess we kind of covered this in the most recent topic, but our new segment, what are you playing and what are you looking to play? It's a very simple segment thing that we're doing. What are you playing currently?
I'm playing a ton of stuff.
What do you want to play? And what are you looking to play in the future? You guys, Jonathan, since you playing a ton of stuff, I can't even compete.
Currently, I'm still playing Pokemon Omega Ruby. I'm waiting for the Majora's Mask for the new 3DS.
Are you buying the new 3DS?
Yes, I was lucky enough to get my hands on the...
Do you have a charger? Because it will not come with a charger.
I'm an avid Nintendo fan, so I have 6 of those bad boys at home.
Well,
so
then I need to buy a DS from you. Then. I'm not gonna lie. They're like, if I already had the Game Boy, I would probably play more of the Game Boy games. But not having a Game Boy, I just can't see myself shelling out $200 for a Game Boy. That's half the price of PS4, which is a fantastic system. Even more to the point, it's almost 2/3 of an Xbox One, which is another solid system. Xbox One is a solid system. I've been playing a little bit more with it.
I mean, it's solid. Like if you bang on it, it's
solid. Right.
But I wouldn't, hypothetically speak that.
Listen, I got Advanced Warfare 3 on my Xbox because my cousin was able to hook me up with that. Can't get on PS4.
The one game where you was like, nope, never happening again.
Oh,
midnight release for Black Ops 2. I'm never playing this game again. And then he goes,
I didn't pay for it.
Oh, I wouldn't pay it for free.
or not, you should play it for free. It's actually pretty good.
For free is
We'll
rewarding.
bring it in the house. You know what? We're going to work on our Twitch streams. You can watch Ho play it for free and make all his stupid faces that he makes. Because it's free. So Omega Ruby, Hyrule Warriors.
Majora's Mask is something I'm looking forward to replaying.
Did you play the original on N64?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
It was. I actually managed to pass it with all those masks,
Jesus.
even to get the deity mask.
Without the moon crashing and exploding in your face?
Oh no, the moon crashed a couple times.
Okay.
Last minute, So
Majora's Mask, just because I don't know who was really a Nintendo fan at the time when it came out. Simple concept: you have X amount of time to play through the game, complete as much as you can, and still beat the game before the moon literally crashes on you.
Yep. And then you just go back in time
And then you start over.
to fix yourself.
No, not from the beginning, but you go to like somewhat of a save point. But once the moon crashes, there's certain things you just can't get. Mm-hmm. And so the thing that made the game really complicated was that there were certain things you had to do at certain times, and once that time passed, game over, start over again because you're not getting it.
Yeah.
It was like you had to meet the dude on the second day of playing the game at a certain time in the tower, but if he wasn't there at the time, he wasn't there. That's his game over. Like you'll never get that mask, and there was a whole collection of masks, and you would never get it again. So cool stuff. Anything else?
I'm also playing Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh, okay.
Getting some time in with Dorian, and I'm also looking forward to Kingdom Hearts finally coming out whenever Square Enix and Disney decides to give it.
Kingdom Hearts 3 or Kingdom Hearts 2.5, 6, 7, 8 remastered? 10? You know how that goes.
No, I'm waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3, the newest one in the trilogy. Unless they make a one for the new 3DS, I just buy it immediately.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I did love me some Kingdom Hearts back in the day.
Yeah, I definitely would like to reset.
And then it just got so crazy though. It was like, then they're like, oh, well, the ones on the Game Boy, they're kind of part of the story, but the one on the PlayStation is a part of the story too. But then the 2.5 is the real part of the story. I was just like, I'm not. You lost me. You had me. You had all my dollars, all my monies, and then
Still
you lost
them,
me.
though.
Yeah, I only played the main console ones, 1 and 2, and that was it.
Which were great. PS2 days. You still got it on PS2?
No, yeah, I still got both of them.
Fantastic. I wanted to ask you a question. Oh, Dragon Age, right? So Dragon Age Inquisition, is that something that...
Who have you having sexy times with?
Oh yeah, I heard this.
Who you having sexy times with?
You got my attention.
His eyes are loaded. His ear perked up. He's like, this time. I remember that.
I remember the sexy time.
My first playthrough, Dorian. Second playthrough, the Bull.
So you sexy time the bull.
Wait, you say?
Yeah.
It's the name of the character.
Were you a
It's
bull?
not a bull.
The Iron Bull.
Wait, were you a bull?
No, I was a human mage in both of them.
Sexy time in the bull.
Not a bull, the bull.
The Iron
the
Bull.
bull. He put in work. That's why he's the bull, not a bull.
That makes sense. He spent a little bit extra time.
Oh yeah.
The
His
Canary.
name.
The Canary.
Okay. So my question was, sex time aside, which is also a good question. Is that something that any player can just pick up and go and enjoy, or is it like, do you need to have played part 2 or 1?
No, you don't have to play any of the former ones. You just have to. You have to be an RPG fan. You have to like RPGs. If you don't like RPGs, it's not a game specifically tailored to you. But it is a great game. Lots of repetitive stuff, leveling up and stuff like that. But that's not your forte. That's not,
right. And then so are you get my words together? Speak English now.
Pop the peas.
Let's speak English now. Do you miss anything by not having played the previous games?
Oh no, I have played the previous games.
I didn't. I'm trying to see if it's worth for $40. And you're not helping me. Well, I didn't want to be on the radio saying, "Oh yeah."
I heard the gameplay was like more forgiving than the first two. It wasn't as
it was
exacting.
It isn't too fast. Everything is just. I can say everything is very well thought out. The fighting system, looking for things, leveling up. Everything they did was very well thought out and well played. So when I'm actually gonna go for a third playthrough because it's just that much fun. It's just that when you start with a certain specific race
and stuff,
your race, your classification, that will give you like a whole new. I started as a mage each time, so everyone automatically hates you because you're supposed to be tranquil, and you won't know certain terminologies unless you play the past two, but they do explain it to you in the game.
Okay, so it still gives you room to kind of be a part of this world, even though you didn't play the others. Okay,
cool.
What are you looking forward to playing?
Definitely Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3, yep.
The Majora's Mask. I'm actually. Nintendo announced the Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii U. I'm actually looking forward to that one.
I haven't played Xenoblade in forever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody has, but that's the point.
Oh, I have. I'm a major RPG.
Emulator. Dave, what's up, man? What you got?
Oh man, I feel terrible saying this. Real nerdy like. Saints Row 3. I know it's an old title.
For the umpteenth time.
For like the 14th time.
First off, we had it for free on PSN for PlayStation Plus.
No, before that.
User. No, I'm saying we got it for free as PlayStation Plus users. He's played it on 2 different PlayStations because I need to switch PlayStation.
And PC.
So he was like, oh, screw it, I need to get my fix of this game. So he played it again, which, by the way, I can't get past the first 15 minutes because it's not that good.
It is? What are you...
Oh, no. I definitely bought the game when it was initially released, and I brought it back the same day.
Oh, yeah.
Saints Row 3
I
is
was
a
like,
good
I
game.
can't have no parts of this.
Forget that.
No parts.
And so now he's playing again.
Hold on. I played it on PC. Then I played it on PlayStation. Then I beat it on the other PlayStation 3. And now, I'm playing it again on Steam.
Okay.
In all fairness, I'm only playing it because I want to transform my character into part number 4.
Guy out of Hell is out, and so he's looking to carry his character progression from 3 to 4. Is there any real benefit of that?
Guy gets to look the same.
Look,
I'm a gaming nerd. I just want it.
Can you just look the same in the new one?
No, but I understand like the sentimentality of wanting to have the same character recurring in games.
Thank you.
Evolution. It's a personal thing.
These jerks don't understand.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm talking shit because I played The Walking Dead on Xbox One. I mean on Xbox 360 when it first came out, and then I had started then my PS3 and like PlayStation phase kicked in like full force. I was like, I gotta have this on my Vita, so I started playing it on my Vita. I was like, oh, I gotta play through all this shit again. So I played through it all again. Now I'm waiting for them to put out a compendium, if you will, of the season 2, so I can play through that. So I'm talking shit, but yeah. Anyway, so what are you looking forward to?
I gave up World of Warcraft. I'm playing Saints Row 3. Hoping to move that into Saints Row 4. What do I want to play? Dying Light. I would like to play Dying Light.
Dying Light.
Yeah. Or what's the other one? Evil Within.
Oh no, I can't play that.
Oh yeah,
oh dude, I've watched some streams.
The Evil
I might
Within.
have to get on the Evil Within wave.
Well, then you can come over and play with him because I'm not playing.
Oh, you gonna play?
Oh no.
Oh, you gonna play?
Don't come over and play with me.
Oh no.
Too late. You signed
You
up
said
for
it though.
You signed up. You co-signed.
I'll watch.
So yeah, Vic, what you got?
Well, right now I'm playing the evil game Destiny.
It is evil.
Oh yeah, Destiny.
Die Guardians.
It did
Wait,
catch me.
how'd you jump Hove and go straight to Vic?
Oh, because he's talking shit.
He already knows what I'm gonna go with. He already knows what I'm
All right, so go ahead, Vic. I'm sorry.
I'm playing. Well, I just picked up Little Big Planet 3, but that's more for like when my daughter comes over.
Shenanigans, because I saw somebody was playing that earlier.
I call bullshit on
I was
that.
invited to
at
play
work.
Destiny.
I was at
Little
work.
Big Planet. Man. Somebody wanted to work late today.
Okay.
Definitely Madden, which Hove just picked up another copy because his son destroyed his. But
Chase.
so
The struggles of having a child.
monster.
Oh, he's a beast. He's a beast.
so I'm waiting for him to get back onto that for I can show him how it's really done.
Oh yeah, I can't even talk garbage right now because I played earlier, got spanked.
I was about to say, I thought this was the beginning of the Madden Smack Talk for the next like 3 months.
You the Seahawks then.
Oh no, I was the Patriots. What happened was I played as the Patriots. My opponent picked the Seahawks, and it played out pretty much how the game was supposed to go.
Oh,
Like Patriots got smacked,
okay.
and it was so bad.
That's okay.
It's like 8 turnovers. It's just like
Jesus
Christ.
Anyway, so what are you looking forward to? Is there anything you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to Uncharted,
Uncharted.
and supposedly there was rumors of another God of War coming out.
Oh man, you're looking way out into the
Yeah,
future.
you're looking to your seer stone and just like trying to see the
Yo,
future.
I'm a fan of God of War, but I don't know if I could do that again, bro. How many times is he gonna go to hell?
Oh,
Yo,
every time he goes to Hades, it's all.
I've seen so much of hell through God of War.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think when I die I need to go there.
It makes you want to be a better person. The hands in the walls gonna slap me.
No, I
down.
seriously think if I go to hell when I die, I'm just gonna be like, nah, I saw this already.
So I'm not gonna lie. Earlier today, when I was deciding that I want to go back at some point and revisit these lost trophies that I just never completed, I started like somehow God of War just sucked me in. And I was like, all right. So I'm looking at God of War and seeing what the trophies are, and I have no desire to go through Hades level without getting hit once. I'm not doing that. So I will never have a platinum in that game.
Yeah, but I'm also looking forward to Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal
Oh,
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat X.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
It looks ridiculous. I will say that.
Wait, are you a fighting game guy?
Yes, I like.
The thing
Oh,
I hate
man,
about
I
Mortal
can't
Kombat
touch
X is Mortal Kombat period. Like, I remember having to go to, like, the library to get the game packs to print them out, so that way I know what the combos are, and I still couldn't do it.
I hate that.
Nah, it definitely took finesse.
Yeah.
It's that.
It definitely took finesse.
Oh, yeah.
Still takes.
Soul Calibur also did
Soul
that. I can
Calibur
never
was
be good
another
at
one
those
that's
games.
like
Oh yeah, so
The only game I can do that's like simple combos would be Smash Brothers. The only fighting game I can really get into.
Tekken.
Eddie Gordo, there you go.
Oh, use the cheese with Eddie Gordo.
Crazy legs.
You put the controller on the table, just those 2 buttons.
Crazy like some key words. You're like,
Eddie,
Boxing X all day. All day.
Eddie Crazy Legs Gordo. There
so
you
the
go.
reason why I skipped Hove is because whatever Hove picks, whatever Hove says, is pretty much what's happening in my life as well right now. I think there's only one game we differentiate on, but go ahead, Hove. What are you playing and what are you looking for?
Definitely playing Destiny right now.
Oh, geez.
Trying to get back into Madden. It's been a while. It's looking kind of rough. Games I'm looking forward to, pretty much, I want to check out Evolve.
Yeah.
Still kind of on the fence about that one. I want to check out Mortal Kombat. Definitely looking forward for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, I gave up.
That might be the one that we differentiate.
I gave up on Metal Gear Solid and
Is that?
Snake Eater.
I guess
Oh
it's
no,
2 then.
that game has a stronghold on me. That's
A stronghold.
Actually,
Whole
before Snake
fortress.
Eater,
A whole
Sons of
fortress.
Liberty, I gave up.
Oh, my God.
What? Sons of Liberty?
That was garbage. No,
Oh, you are insane, bro.
Sons of Liberty is
Wait,
garbage.
that's the one where you fight the Snake Solidus on top of the
No, that's the first one.
No, on top of the gear. Like, you fight on top of the robot.
Yeah, you fight.
No, that's like Metal Gear on PlayStation 1.
yeah, that's the
No.
Yeah, you fight Liquid on top of Rex.
This is my problem with Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Like I told you before, when it comes to Call of Duty and all these games, I'm like Rambo. I just run out. You can't do that with Metal Gear. I get caught all the goddamn time. I gotta restart all over again.
Dude, that game.
Yeah, I'm with Dick on this
patience
one. That's why I
for
don't like. That's why I'm not a big fan.
Until you beat it the first time, and then you choose to save Otacon, and then you get the invisibility joint, and you can do whatever the hell you want. Or you say Meryl, and you get the bandana, vice versa, maybe.
It's
And then you got
really
unlimited
hard.
ammo.
It's really hard to save. What is it, Meryl? Dude, you have to I cheated. That's how I say Meryl.
To say Meryl?
Yeah, because when you're getting tortured, you have to smash circle. I was like 8, 9, 11. I don't somewhere in there. Like I was
I haven't
not
played that
able.
game forever.
Yeah, it's that determined what ending you got. That one torture scene.
I did both.
Oh no, I cheated. I got the
I
turbo
bounced.
controller. Turbo controller.
So what I'm currently playing, Destiny. I despise the game at this point.
It's a love hate.
You know what it is?
No, not even love
it is, you know what it is? Destiny, as much as Bungie tried not to say we're an MMO, you should have just embraced it. Said it's an MMO game, and it would be like every MMO. Much like yourself, you fiend out for your World of Warcraft.
Right.
You got your fix. Now you're gonna take a little hiatus. You're gonna wait for the next expansion or the next update or whatever to come out. Probably jump back on for a little while, and so is the highs and the lows of playing an MMO.
Right, maybe, right.
So the problem I'm dealing with right now is that I'm dealing with a very long lull. And they're talking about that they're going to work on fixing it and adding, different structures to the next DLC.
Right, because there's
to make
only
it
but so much
last
PvP you
longer.
can do.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So they're talking about adding stuff to make it last longer. But at the end of the day, currently, I'm just at my wit's end with Destiny. To the point where we're like, what was the game we played?
Double skirmish.
Secret Ponchos.
Oh, Secret Ponchos.
Secret Ponchos.
We're probably the only 2 people in the world
still playing
Secret Ponchos.
But it's wildly entertaining, especially because it's just a great opportunity to talk shit with your friend. I mean, it would have been great to have more people playing at the same time, but at the end of the day, it made it more interesting because we were talking so much shit to each other.
Is it still free? Because I know I downloaded that 2 months ago.
I mean, it could still be free, but it was part of the PlayStation Plus exclusive, so I don't know if it's what they have as a deal. As far as what I'm looking forward to, I'm not looking forward to Metal Gear Solid. I'm done. I played through a lot of them. My favorite one was Snake Eater. After that, I kind of just
Snake Eater was bananas.
I mean, I played through all of them except for the most recent demo, which is really what it was.
Yeah, it was a demo.
So I played through all of them
it's a
except for that.
$40 demo, but it was a demo.
Well, isn't it $20 now?
Now, not when it
Anyway,
first released.
So I played through that. What I'm really looking forward to though is the Order 1886, which is the first full, I think, realization of what next gen could be. Especially from listening to how it started off as a really rough game. Everybody who had played it, everybody who had seen it at IGN and GameSpot, all these different guys, they're saying that it started off pretty rough, and that the gameplay and the design, while the design of the levels was fantastic, the gameplay itself was just kind of just terrible, yeah. And so now at this point where everybody's almost done a 180, but like, it looks pretty good. It plays pretty smooth. It's something to look forward to. So
You mentioning that, it just made me think. Have you heard about Hell Raid?
Hell Raid.
Hell Raid.
No.
It's this first person kind of, I want to say FPS, but it's more like Skyrim, except you can't move yourself out, so you fight with swords and you can't go into a third person view.
First person always.
It's first person always, and the magic, like you get magic spells,
Right.
and they feel more like a first person shooter. The magic spells,
Cool.
and sword play feels like, of course, Skyrim. I mean, it looks really nice. I was looking at it yesterday.
Right. That's interesting. In line with what I guess I kind of skipped this. What I'm still playing, I guess I need to get some kind of fix in gaming. So I'm actually going back to DCUO, just fiddling around, not really playing, but just kind of like mucking around in there. Something about developing your own character, the way they look, what they wear, how they, all that stuff. It's pretty cool to me, and I just like revisiting them, see how they're still, whatever. Again, another game I'm looking forward to, though, get back on track, is a good game.
Yeah. So you remember it.
It's very interesting. Witcher 3 looks very pretty.
Oh,
that game looks
insane.
amazing. Yeah, that
What's
game's
that?
it looks like a very pretty
Witcher 3
game.
looks crazy.
Especially because how many delays they've had in the studio's like, we're just waiting until it's perfect.
Hold on, I remember you saying, talking a lot of smack about Witcher 3.
Thank you,
When
Dave.
Victor, when Jose here was like, oh, we should get this game.
Back at E3.
You really had E3, so you should face.
All right, well, E3 was ongoing.
Anyway.
I was like, yo, we should definitely check out this game. Oh, no, that game is garbage. Never. You're playing it by yourself.
I didn't say
Now
that.
this guy calls me to speak to me about The Witcher 3. Go ahead. Perpetrator fraud. Go ahead.
And Elder Scrolls Online, being that they knocked
They're
their
going
sub free.
I'm not playing
So
it.
now that they knocked their sub free, I'm looking to see
I might explore just because it's free.
what the approach is. I mean, who knows? Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't, because then it would kind of show signs that the game isn't as much of a success as they hope. But hopefully it kind of goes the DCO model where it's free on console, and then if you pay, you get additional stuff. And
The free-to-play MMOs piss me off. Too much pay to play.
That's not true. I mean, I can do almost everything.
No, because what they're doing now,
so.
you get like what they're talking about for what you call it. You get the very most basic gameplay, and you still have to pay for it.
Something of Tamriel.
You still have to pay for it. You have to pay for the game itself.
Yeah, you gotta buy the game.
But there's no subscription.
Yeah, okay.
But you get the most basic whatever. If you want to go to other lands and see other things, it's all blocked out from you until you buy the DLC.
Well, we'll have to see.
I hate stuff like that. I'm a traditional gamer. I want everything to be in the game that I bought.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And that's why Destiny, it pissed me off. That's the first MMO I've ever played. Okay. I was actually sucked into it without knowing it was an MMO. Right. Until my internet was down. I said I couldn't play the game. I'm like, what do you mean I can't play the game? The disc is in the thing.
Yeah.
I actually called Sony because I thought there was something wrong with my PlayStation. But no, it's an MMO. You can't play without internet. Right, yeah. I hate that.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, so I mean, it's a world of ifs and maybes. Who knows? I mean, hopefully these games come out to be what we're expecting, what we're looking forward to. Evolve again, another great game. So a lot of different potential coming out. February month is when the big hits start happening.
That was particularly long for a very short segment.
I mean, everybody had to get their go around. Did you go? Yeah, everybody had to get their go around.
Well, I'm just saying, it was a long, short segment.
Uncharted to be remastered. Just throw that out there.
Oh no, you don't deserve.
I deserve. I was on 360, so I skipped the whole Uncharted wave.
We're gonna talk offline, if you will, about your shenanigans and why you don't deserve it.
Is he gonna give you a spanking?
I feel like that might be coming. I'm not into that kind of thing, sir. Can I get dinner first?
I'll put it in the book. Pop out for you.
Pop out for you.
I got the camera.
So again, I mean, I guess it's still we had a very nicely flowing show this week. So still in line with gaming is multiplayer games. Multiplayer games are everywhere. I mean, you have them made specifically multiplayer, something like Evolve and Titanfall. You have games that are adding multiplayer, something like Tomb Raider had done. They had added a multiplayer, and The Last of Us had a multiplayer as well. So I guess the question is, do we need to have a multiplayer in everything? Should there be multiplayer exclusive games that exist?
Like Titanfall?
Like Titanfall and Evolve. Because if you think about it, like Johnathan was saying, if he has no internet, he can't play, right? And then in addition to that, does having one or the other affect overall game development going forward? So personally, I'm going to say that, I don't know. I'm on the fence of thinking that it would be great to be able to purchase one part of Call of Duty. Right? So if Advanced Warfare, like, I really want to play the story. Because I might be one of the few people in the world that actually really enjoyed Ghost. Mm-hmm. I thought the storyline for Ghost was absolutely amazing. And so I wanted to play Advanced Warfare, but I didn't want...
If you like it so much, why don't you marry it?
Such a jerk. God. So I really wanted to play the story mode without having to pay for the extra, the online stuff, which I never really used. And now I find myself, oddly enough, on downtime when I'm messing with my Xbox, playing only the online stuff. So I'm in a weird space where it would be nice to have the option to purchase either or parts of the game, instead of having to worry about, man, I just paid, $65 for Titanfall, which ended up being free eventually anyway. But I ended up spending this money on Titanfall, which is an online-only game. The story mode is online only. And so,
There is no story mode. Story mode is multiplayer.
It is a story mode, though. The story is delivered through multiplayer.
That's the most terrible.
Absolutely retarded.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point of, like, multiplayer being an only multiplayer game. It kind of... I like having the games where, multiplayer is great when you want to play with your friends, right? But sometimes you just want to sit on your couch and play a game,
right?
Have a beer, and just call it a day.
Right.
And Titanfall is not one of those games you can do that with.
True.
And if games were to go like that way, where multiplayer was becoming such a focus that everything's multiplayer. If you want to do story mode is multiplayer, so you have to get online and you have to play with other people in order to get the story.
Is borderline now.
It's borderline, but as long as you have internet connection, you can play by yourself.
True.
Right. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of multiplayer. Never have been.
So okay, wait. So here's my thing then.
Well, let me rephrase.
Yeah.
Multiplayer in terms of where you hear developers say, well, we had a really great game and we were going to put it out, but we had to hold it back another year or 6 months because the multiplayer wasn't ready at the level where we wanted to release it. Like that kind of upsets me.
So would that then again fall in line with would it be better to have the option to purchase either or? And if you purchase, say if there were more story mode only purchases, does that then knock out potential, online purchases?
If you're going to tell me that the price is less for single player, like, the game is really $60, you pay $40 for single player, extra $20 if you want multiplayer, alright, that's fine. Because the game always gets held up for multiplayer because they have to tweak it so nobody can cheat or camp or blah, blah, blah. And they spend so much time tweaking multiplayer that the story mode gets held up to the point where it's like, I guess Titanfall decided, if we're going to spend so much time on multiplayer,
that was their initial
why do any single player?
Develop a stronger multiplayer so that you don't miss.
And then the game sucked.
What I'm saying is, though, if it's a 50-50 split, right? $30, say the game's $65 now after tax, you can spend $30, $32.50 on one part of the story, like the story, or $32.50 on online only, and you'd have to pay for the other half if you wanted to play the other half. So if one side does better than the other, does that prevent the other side ever being developed in general? And then we fall into this trap of having Titanfall only. If I tell you that all my story mode sales were smash hits, everybody bought Advanced Warfare story mode, and nobody bought online, does that then say that we're not going to make any more online only parts of these games? Or multiplayer only parts of these games?
It could go both ways because, like, if you use Call of Duty as an example, most people buy that game for the multiplayer.
Right.
Overall. So, like, it would work with certain franchises, and certain franchises, you know what I mean? Some people like the story. Some people like the addition of multiplayer. Like me personally, I like to be able to play with somebody else. I like to be able to even go through the storyline sometimes, co-op with 1, 2, 3 other people. But at the same time, if I want to do it by myself or nobody's available, let me play by myself. Right. Don't make it mandatory to the point where you're taking the experience away from me because nobody else is available. Right. Like I'm at the point in my life where I have responsibilities. So sometimes, when I'm able to play,
I'm at the point in my life. I don't always play video games,
but when I do, I play co-op. But you know what I mean? Like it's certain times you might be able to play. Maybe you can't sleep. Maybe you come home late from work and you want to play, and I can't play because so and so's not on. It takes away from the experience.
True. See, I mean, I don't know, we're kind of driving the topic here, but, I mean, you and I in particular, we're really focusing a lot more on the co-op experience, I would think. Trying to figure out what we can compete against each other in, what we can play games together in. Towerfall, things like that. You know, we're always trying to find out something that we can play against each other, play with each other, and you know, and just enjoy the overall game. You know, and so I personally like the idea of co-ops, a full co-op. Don't give me this bullshit, like, no offense, like Dragon Age Inquisition did, where it's co-op, but it's only really a part of the story in the side of the section, a little piece of a world that, you know, doesn't really matter. Like, I want to play through the whole game, like Gears of War, where it was a full co-op.
But co-op is different, because co-op, you're playing the story mode with another person. That's what co-op basically comes down to. I'm talking about multiplayer, PvP.
Yeah, I know.
Because developers spend so much time fine-tuning PvP, because if you make sure that this guy doesn't have this power-up, or they don't have that power-up, or you have to make sure that they can't camp here, they got to move away from here, and you have to constantly build into multiplayer ways to keep people moving around the map, so they don't stagnate or camp in one spot. True. You spend a lot more time developing multiplayer PvP than you do actually spend on the storyline.
But I mean, I definitely get what you're saying, and it's frustrating when they a lot of times like delay games just because of multiplayer. But at the same token, you got to look at it from a business standpoint. For the most part, on average, you spend $75 on a game, and you might get it for the story, and you'll play through it. You know, it may take you a couple hours, a day or two, whatever, or weeks, depending on your time schedule. But when you're done, you're gonna look for something else, especially if you enjoyed the game. You're not You're only gonna play the storyline, but so many times, you know what I mean. Before it gets repetitive, you're gonna look for something else in that universe. Right. So they gotta keep you they don't want you to trade in the game. Of course, you know what I mean, because they lose the money. Right.
Developers make their money on every new disc sold. Yeah.
So this is why I'm more of a. I think Nintendo does it right, mostly because I like playing. You guys do online multiplayer. I'm an RPG head. I'm not a big fan of doing online gameplay, but like the other day I was at Vic's house, me, him, and Yulissa, we were playing Smash Brothers. Like, that's my version of multiplayer. Right. Playing those games alongside friends. So I think we're
couch co-op.
Yeah, I'm a couch co-op.
See, and that's why Double Dragon, Battletoads, Streets of Rage, Guns Are Heroes. That's why Altered Beast. That's why all these games. Well, Altered Beast, maybe, you know, there are people who say it wasn't the best game in the world, but you know, the couch co-op, it really is something special. But yeah.
Yes, but I think I'm just used to, you know, I lived through the 90s, so I'm used to having, like, you know, I'm playing with somebody next to me, you know, I lose and I blow my shit and I just push you off the couch and then
nerd rage.
Yeah, there's something fun and special about that, and I'm used to that. I'm not used to like online playing, because then at the end of it, it's like,
but that's like dying out. Like, nobody goes to people's houses to play video games anymore.
I do.
But you know, it's a different generation now coming up now. Right. These little kids don't go outside for nothing in the world.
Yeah.
It's not fair. Everybody tells me I live too far to come over and play.
You do.
You live so deep.
It's 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
It's hella deep, bro.
But I'm just saying.
But, you know, like in the multiplayer thing, like, my first multiplayer game online was SOCOM for PS2.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That was my favorite game.
When you had to buy the giant modem, like there was like a panel in the back of your PS2, the fat one, and you didn't know what the hell that was for, and you open it up, it's just like an open hole. It's like, the fuck is this even here for? Then they sold you the
SOCOM modem.
Yes.
Yeah, right? That's what they should have called it. Get your SOCOM modem.
I was excited when it came out for PS3, SOCOM 4. Disaster. They messed it up. That was like... Yeah. I was so disappointed with that, and that kind of messed it up for me. Right. So I was like, no more SOCOM ever in my life. Unless I go look for my PS2 again. But
yeah, good luck finding servers for that. On PS2 at least. Kind of reminds me of like Massive Action Game, MAG. It was like something where you play up to like 64 players at a time. Jesus. Disgusting.
Yeah, I was actually really hyped for that one.
Oh, so was I. Didn't work. Was all kinds of messed up. Just wrong.
Well, that's like, you know, Counter-Strike is still a big thing on
Counter-Strike is
on PC.
It's insane.
On PC, like, Counter-Strike is like it, and that came out a long time ago.
The thing I loved so much about Counter-Strike is when I was in college, because we were able to network Counter-Strike in the college. Mm-hmm. So from your dorm room, everybody would be playing. So you had like these massive lobbies where people were playing from dorm to dorm room. You would hear like somebody open the door, "Hey, fuck you!" You know what I mean? Like, "You capping, bitch!" Like all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I can see why those games still live on today. Yeah, you know, multiplayer is. I mean, there are the goods and the bads. Surprisingly, The Last of Us had a fairly interesting multiplayer concept to it. So it still had the same rage that would be given to you by any, first-person shooter, third-person shooter, whatever. But it was a really cool concept, the way they had it work. Titanfall wasn't terrible. It's just that it was exclusive to Xbox. And while it was exclusive, Sony was kicking Xbox's ass. There was more PS4s out than Xbox Ones. And so for you to have an exclusive-only game, you really just lost a lot of momentum, especially because Xbox didn't really start with a strong, jump for Xbox One.
If I could just mention one more problem with multiplayer. That
just one?
Just one.
Last one.
The age of a game. You want to go back and play a game, especially on console, this happens. Not so much on... No, because it's true. We were just talking about Counter-Strike.
Master Race.
He's trying to get one last poke at you, man.
No, we were just talking about Counter-Strike and how the game came out years ago and people are still playing it today.
True.
You're not going to find that on console. You're not going to go back and play SOCOM, whatever, or...
Not true.
Totally.
Nah, I'm on SOCOM.
You're not gonna,
SOCOM, yeah.
You're not going to find easy lobbies. Medal of Honor.
Just because they crashed the server, because everybody...
They shut the server down.
Yeah,
as a whole.
Right, but that's the point. On consoles, multiplayer has less of a lifespan. Even co-op multiplayer, because it's like, and really sucks because if you're an achievement hound, like he is, or like I'm becoming, if you want to go back and get those co-op or those multiplayer achievements or trophies, forget about it. You might as well just write them off as done, because you can't find anybody playing.
There's people still playing Modern Warfare 2 on 360.
Yeah,
yeah, forget about it.
I would totally go play that.
Everybody's playing around though.
They're still playing that online right now.
But not the way they were playing it before. So before
finding a server and finding a game.
When you could get in the lobby,
for example,
get on a game
I was playing Modern
minutes.
Warfare 3 for a little while before Destiny came out. There was a ridiculous amount of people still playing that game. You got Ghost, you got Black Ops 2. You got Advanced Warfare.
You might have those games that are insanely popular that still stick around. I'll give you that. But
you did say you're not going to find that on console.
Anyway, let's get the last one in. I will say, if you have a PS Vita, I'm trying to get the last platinum in what's the fighting game? The PlayStation All Stars. I need one PlayStation friend with a PS Vita. Johnathan, you're the man. That's why you're on the show this week, ladies and gentlemen. So that's been another fine episode of 100 Proof Geek. Again, we had a special guest, Johnathan Morales, came again all the way from the Bronx, New York. You can follow him on Twitter or Instagram, right?
Yeah, Twitter, Instagram,
that's
PSN.
Pluto Charm 3, yeah. So PLUTOCHARM 3. Lots of letters.
3.
Who?
ED3.
Oh, it's a Charmed.
Yeah, like the show.
So not Charm, like Lucky Charms.
No.
Charmed.
Yeah.
So that's that. I wrote that wrong. It's terrible. We are 100 Proof Geek. Please feel free to follow us, like us, subscribe, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Send us some email love at 100proofgeek@gmail.com. Again, we are 100 Proof Geek.